So first, before we get started, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you so much to Purple Lava Coffee for sponsoring my podcast. Today, I have a very special guest, Koran, but I want him to introduce himself to you and let him tell you why it's so special for me to have him here on our show today. Thank you so much for coming in. I can't wait. Spill the beans. Tell everybody who you are.
Okay. Hi, I'm Koran. A lot of Atlanta knows me as Raggs, which is the name of my company. I sell men's urban wear into high fashion streetwear. Every cool item from your favorite sneaker to your favorite hoodie and favorite brand, I provide to my clients. Not only just the item, but I'm usually their stylist as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now listen, we have to get some details here. So let's do some juicy stuff.
Okay.
What inspired you
Okay.
to get into this field? Did you have any mentors? And then let's start with those two, because I've got a ton of questions for you.
Okay, cool. So what got me here? I come from an entrepreneurial household. Like my mother is the biggest entrepreneur that I've ever met. Like there wasn't a thing that she wasn't a part of. Real estate. She has a salon. We also do a flurry of other things, and she also sells clothes and is the reason why I'm in fashion. So growing up, we used to always do events, and she used to always have clients buy. So when I was 7, 8, 9 years old, I knew what a client looked like. I knew what customer service looked like, and being entrenched in that, one day it just clicked like, oh, I like this. I could do this for myself. And boom, it kind of, we went to a trade show called Magic. It's held twice a year, in August and in February. And it's where everybody who's anybody that has a brand, whether it's small mom and pop to like big box stores like Nordstrom, go to buy their spring, summer, or fall, winter. And because I was riding on my mom's coattail, I was able to skip over a lot of steps to start my retail business with 6 shirts. I started with 6 shirts. It was $36. I was so young. This was 2006 August. I was 11 years old. I did not even have a bank account. I had to go, this was back when COD, cash on delivery, was a thing. I had to use my mom's checks and like give her the money. And when they would drop off the items, I would give my mom the money and they would write off a COD check for that. So I was super young when I started.
Golly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So walk me through the process.
Okay.
Somebody getting into this,
Yeah.
what would be the things that you would suggest to them
Um,
besides originality? How did you come up with Raggs?
So Raggs was actually like 12 different names before it was Raggs. So Raggs is actually, this is my mother's handwriting. This Raggs is her thing. Raggs is her brand that I eventually made myself, came back to. Basically, I started off as like Boy Genius. I started with all these different like names for my clothing brand. And then one day I was like, why search for anywhere else when this is in-house? This is original. This is what birthed me, so to speak. So Raggs is all my mother. It's almost in homage to my mother, the way that I run Raggs now. Like Raggs is my mother first, but me now as her 2.0.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, so are you originally from Atlanta to have done this here?
No.
Or no? Okay, you're from somewhere else.
I'm from Chicago, south side of Chicago. In my Instagram, it's Raggs, Raggs 7943, because my shop is on 79th and King Drive. Shout out Chicago, which birthed me. But you asked me earlier, you were like, okay, what would you tell somebody that is about to start? I think the one thing that brought me here just to being a successful entrepreneur was exposure. I saw so many other people doing it, and by people I mean grown-ups that showed me the way. My mother kept me around entrepreneurs, so like I was able to learn from this guy and learn from this lady where they said, oh, I overspent here, or oh, I didn't recognize the trend shifting here. I learned that at like 10, 11. Like people, you sit around the table and everybody's like, oh, I wish I had sold out of this before people stopped liking this item. You learn that early on, and you hear the stories of how they kicked butt here and how they sold this to this person. And you need a little bit of inspiration, I guess, and a little bit of exposure. Those two things can kind of take you a very long way because it'll drive you. And I think that's what built the passion in me. 'Cause I guess both of those create passion, because outside of that, business gets hard and it gets slow and it gets, some days, some months, some years, but you still have to push through if this is what you want.
Right.
And that's what I've done. Yeah.
So, Now, I'm an educator, as everyone knows. How would you connect what you learned in high school to what you do now? What subject, content areas?
Let's see. High school was a melting pot of, so I'm from Chicago, but they didn't really teach entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship came from me exposing myself to it, the YouTube videos and the other people that were successful in business and the people that my mother brought me around. But if I were to say if your school teaches micro or macroeconomics or any type of balancing of book, let's say accounting or like any of those things, so that you at least are exposed to what balancing a checkbook looks like, balancing what a fixed cost is compared to anything the heck else. Like, so let's say if I bought a hoodie, I need to know that, okay, the hoodie cost me $20. I'm going to sell it for $40. That means I have a $20 margin, but I also have, let's say if it's housed somewhere, I need to input that cost. I need to input the gas that it took, all those things. And let's say my margin goes from $20 to $10. I need to know those things so that when the rubber meets the road and I need to know how much to budget, you know how much to budget.
Right.
It's so many friends I have that also run businesses. I'd be like, oh, okay, how much did this cost you? They sell food or something like that. How much did this plate that's $20 cost you to produce? And they'd be like, I just know I'm selling them. And that separates successful entrepreneurs from people that are just flying by the seat of their pants, if that's a thing. But school, I would say just school is great if you are exposed to the proper classes. You need to know how to add and subtract. You need to know how to do it on the whim. You need to know what 13 plus 8 is, like odd stuff. And I don't mean 13 plus 8 in the like literal, but like, I know that's 21, Is it 21? Yeah, it's 21. Yeah. But like in the real world, right? If I tell you, hey, this is $55 and this is $48, I need to know what that number is, at least roughly, before I'm reaching for my phone for such small numbers. Right. Those small things help me out so much because things are quick. And you can miss out on $100 because you told them $138 instead of $238, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no. That makes sense to me.
A little bit of math,
Okay. Just because I'm going to ask.
Yes, please.
English.
English what?
Language arts.
What about it? Did it help me at all? Ooh, I'm from Chicago. I live here in Atlanta. There's a certain piece of code switching that has to happen, but I speak proper English. I speak I try to enunciate all my words because that's how I was raised. But now that I'm asking for dollars, I'm asking for real dollars, you can spend some real hard, cold money with me. I think that people gravitate to giving you their dollars if you present yourself in a way that is respectable. Like I speak very proper, but not because I'm just trying to talk. However, this is how I was raised, but like it's turned into so many great opportunities because I pronounce my words, because I know how to use words, because I know how to stay here and be in any room. If I have to break my vernacular a little bit, cool, but not too much. I'm only doing that to make a certain person comfortable, but for the most part, you're getting this. And it's not because I just want to be hoity-toity. It's just because I know this gets me respect. I know that if I ask you for $10,000 for whatever reason, if a thing costs that, you are more willing to pay me because I'm speaking this way than if I broke my verbiage in any way. I've gotten through so many doors because of that.
Yeah, tables.
Easy.
Doors are open to you. You're able to sit at tables that would otherwise not be available to you. Mentorship.
Okay, cool.
What about you? Mentoring another generation. Is that
I used
in
to.
your future?
I think that there's a certain space where you cannot care about somebody's goals more than they do.
Right.
I used to be big on mentorship. I went to Morehouse. The reason why I'm in Atlanta is because of Morehouse College. I graduated in 2016 cum laude with an economics degree with honors, and I was man of the year. I kicked butt, and I ran my business. I'm pointing at that camera because it's like I'm successful in both ways, right? Like I have a degree. Do I use it? It brought me to Atlanta. It gave me a network pool that I can pull from at any point. You know, like if I ever needed to get a job, if ever Rags didn't work, I can say, hey, let me go use my econ degree, or let me use my network, my Morehouse network. But I think college degree or not, you wake up and you choose your hard, right? Like you choose to be consistent at whatever your hard is. If you don't want to go to college, bet you have nothing but a high school degree to fall back on. You have to be okay with that. I only have a college degree to fall back on instead of a master's like my grandmother would have probably wanted, because my grandmother is not the entrepreneur. She is get a master's degree, get a doctor's degree, go get a good job. And my mother and I, as well as my grandfather passed it on to my mom, and my mama passed it on to me. But two opposite ends, you know, like we're on this side of like, whatever degree, but we wake up and we work hard every single day, whether it's easy or whether it's hard. And that's our hard compared to working for a corporation that gave you a nice job, but they over your head the entire time, or they treat you like whatever. We all have a hard. Everything is difficult. Entrepreneurship is not easy. You just got to be willing. I think the will and the passion is what will make you successful no matter what it is, whether it's with a job or without. But you said mentorship, sorry.
That's okay.
I am big on being an example. I'm a regular black kid from the south side of Chicago. I've made some particular choices that have helped me be successful, but I have this big thing that society shows the black kid that's hungry from the ghetto that needed to get up out the streets, and then they show the affluent black.
Right.
They never show the middle ground.
The in-betweener.
Right. Yeah. The in-between kid that got the love or didn't get the love or whatever, but wasn't fighting for every meal. You know what I'm saying? Those kids like myself, like I didn't grow up in super affluent area. I saw a little bit of it. I didn't grow up in the negative. I didn't grow up in the hood. I did grow up on the south side of Chicago, but it was still decent, you know, but it never showed, society never shows us. And I feel like a lot of times the age group that I'm in just get complacent because we're not up against the wall, you know, but we're also not successful. We're just there. So we have to make a choice every day to not go and stay at mama's house because mama own the house. You know what I'm saying? We have to make a choice to not lean on mama or lean on your grandpa or lean on whoever makes it easy and still shoot to be more. You would have to know what I'm saying. But anyway, mentorship is cool. You have to want it. I love mentoring who I can. I am successful because of the mentorship that I was given in both big pieces and small. Hey, don't do that. Hey, don't go buy every car that you like. Hey, don't live above your means. Ooh. Don't live above your means. Oh my God. Don't even live at your means. I am a big live below your means type of guy. I feel like you have less headache with that. If you make $5,000 a month, if your bills is $2,000, if your bills is $1,800, $1,700, that other bread you can do whatever with.
Right.
Every time.
Pocket some, invest some, yeah, or reinvest in your business.
Yeah.
But it's not for you to just spend willy-nilly on everything under the sun.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah. Woo-wee, your mama taught you some awesome lessons. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Ooh, I'll be 37. Where would I see myself? I don't know. I hope, right, to see myself, I have really loose ones. I want to be more successful than I am right now, right? 2 years ago, though, I had a super negative year, right? 2024, it wasn't until November of 2024 that I realized that my business was hemorrhaging money. I ended the year in the hole about $45,000. In the hole. Like some months I would only make $700 in the entire month. And you're talking about a guy that 2 years prior, I was kicking butt. Oh, I was kicking butt. So anyway, to end the year 45 in the negative, to then bounce back 2025 and kick butt. I kicked butt. And then this year, I'm kicking more butt. So like my hope is that I'm just continuing to kick butt. And that's a very loose way of saying like way more money. I would like to see 7 figures hopefully by 37. There's a Porsche 911 that I really want in the next 2 years. I don't see kids until I'm 40.
Treat yourself, yeah.
I don't see kids until I'm 40. I don't want no kid. Don't put it near me until I'm 40, 41.
Okay.
40 or 41. But those are my only things. Like I don't really have, I want to be a little bit more successful, but I have no real, every day is a blessing, but I'm also like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what God got for me. I just want to be, I want to stay in God's good graces. I want to continue to be a great man. I want to continue to be blessed and hear God as closely as I do, because me and God are like this right now, like
Locked in.
Like I don't have too many distractions. Me and God so tight. I feel like I am blessed right now because of my relationship with God. To the unteenth. I don't call my mama for nothing. I don't need nothing. I help them. I send her money. I help her with projects. That's the only blessing. That's the only thing I need to be a happy man, happy person. You know. So I don't really have anything. Like I don't know, some houses, some things.
That materialistic stuff, yeah. But it's not that important because really, are you happy? That's the bottom line. Are you happy?
So fulfilled. Fulfillment is so huge, and it's not because of money. It's not because I've learned that it has less to do with money and more to do with the time that you have in a day. You know, what actually is fulfilling to you? Got to get real quiet with yourself and figure out, okay, what is fulfilling to you? Society has an idea of what fulfills us.
Right.
But that don't mean that's what you like.
Right.
Every day I try to wake up and do exactly what I want to do every day. I do have clients and they do nag at me, but like that's a part of the hard that I've set up. But for the most part, I try to wake up as fulfilled as possible. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. And here lately, I am working with this new ideology, which is coming from a place of abundance rather than lack. Meaning like it's already for me. If I quiet my body and quiet my mind and continue to know that I'm on God's path,
there are no limits.
Boy, I plant my seeds where I can and let God flourish the rest, flourish those things. But I don't grip. I used to grip to the seeds that I plant, if that makes sense. Like, if I do this, I hope to be able to see some benefit.
Micromanage everything instead of just letting it grow.
And let God. So that's my real, those are the only things. Sorry, I know that probably was like a tangential
it's okay.
thing,
It's okay.
Yeah.
Have you thought maybe, given everything that you've learned all these years, maybe teaching?
In time.
And maybe not necessarily, because I saw the look on your face. I'm not talking, maybe not even high school, maybe not even college, but offering a course. Maybe at a community action center or online. Because what you do, it matters.
Yes.
You make a difference. And you have something that very few people have.
Thank you.
The way to share it is through educating others.
Yeah. Have I thought about it? Yes. Will I be doing it right now?
No time soon.
Only because times like this, cool. Giving away any more of my time for some reason doesn't feel like the best option. Like if you're around me or you're able to pick up anything or be able to ask me a random question on a day when we're in passing, cool. If you're able to look at me from afar or whatever and see me doing my thing and be like, I'm inspired by you, guy, I'm gonna pay attention, cool. But will I right now just sit and give no. Like I'm greedy right now.
No.
With my time because I want to be a very successful young man. Because it's easy to do it when you're 45, 50, 60, because you're smart. You're wise. You know what not to do. You know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But to do it at 30 something, that's why I'm not having kids until I'm 40. I need all this time for me and for whatever I decide to do in the day. But I do love, I think that, I'm gonna give you this. I've always felt that money aside, when you pass on, can anybody say that you've affected their life? That is something that I've always carried with me. So I do want to be an influence. But right now, do I want to teach? Yes, because I feel like I'm inspiring, but no, because I don't have the time in this moment. When I'm 45, 50, when I ain't got nothing else to do, maybe I tell the kids, you know what I'm saying? But right now, I don't know.
Something tells me that may not even be so.
Okay.
Maybe all the way down.
Okay.
60, 70.
Okay.
Because you know what I see also? Expansion.
Yeah.
And when you expand, what are you expanding into?
Is that a question? Oh,
Yes.
Cool. So boom, Raggs is my base, right? It used to be my baby until I realized that I don't know how to let anybody else hold my baby. Like
Trust is a big
that
thing.
is my biggest drawback is I don't know. I do know how to scale Raggs. I don't want to scale Raggs. I want to be what I love the the interaction between me and my clients. I love to make them smile. I make my clients' day. I have such great customer service that I make people feel special. And I mean that in a sense that I give the effort to want to make you feel special. I make sure all my clients feel loved. I know their shoe size, they mama's shoe size, their favorite color, everything. I know which baby mamas the other baby mama know about and which one. I keep all the secrets, all the things, but like it's fulfilling to me, right? But like, let's say that this Raggs is a passion project. Outside of that, I am big on investing. I own property. I plan on buying some other businesses to just scale out, make big enough to employ my friends. I want to be a helpful part of how my friends see success. I think that my success alone and all my other friends are hungry is crap. I feel I try every day to be as successful as I can to bring my people along, because that's what matters. You know how they talk about like Black Wall Street, but like Black Wall Street and stuff like that. Like I think that that's so cool, and not because like I'm just it's like I think the more I can bring my friends, my Black friends, to have the experience that I was blessed enough to have, the more that we can really shift the tide. I really think that more of my buddies that can see like, success looks like this, but it also success is also investing in a UPS store, or success is also having this healthcare company or this type of thing. Like we only know basketball or entertainment or the couple things.
Right.
That's
Diversifying.
yes.
That's
please.
the word that
yes.
I hear.
Yes, I
That
want to be
keeps
bigger
going
for
around.
that.
So you plan on diversifying in the future, the near future, not
Yeah.
even far, but the
Yeah.
near future. So for those of you who are unsure, take a good look at what he's talking about. We've seen this happen. Nipsey Hussle, who talked about the very, very same thing, that when you accumulate your wealth, well, what do you do with it after that? It's not enough to sit there and say, I'm going to buy this chain, I'm going to buy diamonds, I want all of this fresh gear. There's something that you need to think about in terms of your future. You're not always going to stay young.
Right.
So what are you going to do past that? You definitely need to pay attention. You definitely need a mentor. What else would you tell someone who was interested in getting in entrepreneurship? What are some of the key things, like 5 key things you would tell them?
Okay. I think that what makes me successful, I can only base it on myself. What makes me successful is passion. Like I think you have to be
have that
passionate.
drive.
Yeah, you have to, because if the only drive you have is money, the day that you make $0, you out of there.
Right.
To find what you're passionate about in some facet Like, I love business more than I like fashion. I love the idea that I can buy something for $10 and sell it for 15 to $20. I love that, right? It just so happens to blossom with fashion right now, you know. But I think passion is important to be. You asked me the question of to be a successful entrepreneur.
Yes.
Passion, organization. I think willingness is still in that passion space. Like, yo, how willing? Ooh, I thought about this. P. Diddy used to have this thing where he was like, yeah, I'm gonna make you sit in the lobby and I'm gonna see how bad you want it. How long you gonna sit in this lobby for? Da, da, da,
How
da.
hungry are you?
How hungry are you? And I think about that all the time. Like, when it comes to where somebody makes me a little uncomfortable, or I gotta do a little bit extra effort to see success out of something, I'm like, dang. If all it takes is for me to endure a little longer, am I willing to do that? The answer is usually yes, and that's how my success has happened. So boom, passion, organization, creativeness, because you have to be willing to step outside of the box. So passion, organization, creativity. I felt and being a little smart when it comes to street smarts and book smarts. That balance of, do you know how to add on the fly, but do you also know how to get an LLC or an EIN, or how to leverage money and credit. I never was taught how to leverage money or credit in that way. Credit is something that I've had to teach my mama and them.
Yeah. And it's not really taught in school, believe it or not. And that is something that what you don't want to be is in the school of hard knocks. Find yourself a mentor. Find yourself someone of whom you want to align yourself to what they're doing. Be quiet, listen, learn, take notes, and be consistent.
So, that's it. You just said it. Listen to her.
With that being said, unfortunately, I have to wrap up. But I want to say thank you so much. I know that you are busy, and it took me a long time to get you, but I am so grateful that you came.
Yes,
you spoke to our audience, and you let them know what are the key things to entrepreneurship. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Koran.
Of course.
Give them your information one more time, and then I'm going to close out.
Okay, cool. So, what's up, guys? Like I said, my name is Raggs. That's Raggs. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram and all of that at Raggs7943. That's for every handle of anything up under the sun. Find me, get at me. If you see this and you're like, dang, I would like to ask him one more question, do that. I'd love to talk to whoever wants to be talked to. Yeah, I wish you the best, whoever's seeing this, because dang, it would be cool if a person see this and be like, yeah, because of you, bro, no, I'm super successful. I love life, da 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 da. I'm fulfilled. That would do it.
And it's going to happen. Not to mention, of course, if you're interested in purchasing any of his products.
Yeah, find me on Instagram. Spend some money with your boy. Thank you so much for inviting me. This has been a pleasure.
You're more than welcome.
Of course.
And once again, thank you so much. I want to give a shout out to Purple Lava Coffee for sponsoring my podcast. Peace, love, and we'll see you soon.
Yes.